Still human. They're just as just as talented as our guys on our side of the defensive line. Again, you look at those guys and you evaluate their talent, you evaluate what they're good at, what they're bad at, and again, your job is to block them no matter what. So again, we like to hype this rivalry up, but again, it's still football. And still put a man on a man, go out there and block them, and just execute and just have fun. That's what it comes down to. Because again, if you make this game into to be so nervous that our players don't play fast, our players don't play comfortable, bad things happen, and it gets into a grudge match, and that's not what you want to get into. So you want to make sure you're confident in your abilities. Your preparation throughout the week is important, and go out there, put a man on a man, and just go kick someone's butt.
Sticking with that theme, you, Mike, and Demetrius, obviously Demetrius has come a long way. How ready do you think he is for this challenge?
I mean, it's what we prepare for. Again, we prepare all year. We do all types of training all types of training situations, in the weight room, on the field running, in camp itself. So again, I think all of our guys are prepared for this game. It's just going to come down to the preparation through the week, make sure we're confident in our abilities and our assignments on what we're trying to do for a particular play, and we're going to be okay.
What was it like for you to see on your own practice field Michigan helmets and jerseys?
I mean, this is something that's been going on for years.
You've done that every year?
Oh yeah, we've done this for years. So this is it's part of the tradition. Again, it's such a rich tradition. So I mean, you start on Sunday. You don't start on Monday or Tuesday of the game week. You start on Sunday. So it's huge for us. Again, it's something that makes it fun for us. Don't know what they do on their behalf, but again, we like to make sure that we're fully engaged in this rivalry.
You have 4 defensive games. First of all, how special is that to you? And secondly, they would want to win so much, your counterparts.
Yeah.
But in terms of incentive, I'm sure that you would say that they have no more incentive than they do.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the biggest game. It marks all the game. What your season is predicated on is whether or not you win or lose against a team. And for us, again, it's take care of our job, to go win the ball game itself, put a man on a man, and execute. So on their behalf, I know that they talk about wanting to spoil the season and this and that. But all we're worried about is making sure what we take care of is inside our locker room and just going out and executing.
Hey, Billy, I think I asked you this like 2 months ago, and you accused me of it being a headline question. It's not.
Yeah.
JT was here at the beginning when you were, and Urban Meyer was just starting. It was the first quarterback that he recruited to Ohio State.
Okay.
And in the beginning of that tenure, Urban Meyer had somebody to build this program around at the quarterback position, which I think is part of the reason why this program has continued its upward trajectory in the past few years. Michigan right now doesn't really have that quarterback. I was just wondering, from your point of view, being one of these captains and one of the leaders on this team along with JT, what have you seen from him over the course of the past few years in terms of that characteristic of being a program-building type of player? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest aspect of it is intelligence and football IQ and understanding your offense and understanding what you can do to help and grow other players around you. And I think that's probably the biggest aspect about JT that many people probably don't really truly appreciate is understanding that his ability to understand the offense and his ability to distribute the ball helps build more confidence in his running backs and his receivers and his offensive line and tight ends. So instead of it just being I'm really good, I can only impact just the running back who's next to me because I can tell him what the play is, but I can make everybody else grow around us. And I think that's probably the biggest thing. So if you're talking about a pivotal player in a program and what makes them so important I think it's probably that ability to make.
Do you build a program around a quarterback, a young quarterback?
I don't know necessarily whether or not it's a quarterback, but I think a quarterback position is probably very pivotal. I would also argue against offensive line as well, because again, as an offensive lineman, if you're pretty intelligent, you understand the offense itself. It is to I can understand what our objectives are on this running play, on this pass play. We might not know the receiving routes and stuff, but I think the offensive line and quarterback are probably the two positions that can really help others feel comfortable. But again, quarterbacks are so engaged also with their receivers, so I think that's probably the primary position.
Billy, were you on the scout team your freshman year?
I was.
Did you have to wear the boot? What was that like for you?
Awful. No, it's part of the tradition. It's part of the traditions here at Ohio State. Everybody who's on the scout team or freshman or whoever's involved in that side of it who won't be playing, I mean, that's what you have to do. You wear the jersey, you wear the helmet, and again, it's just to continue to grow and to prolong the rivalry between us.
Have you talked to any former Buckeyes who have lost this game?
No. Kirk Barton. Probably. I think he might be the only one.
And what has he told you about that feeling?
Obviously it's terrible. It's more than just a loss itself. Again, it's going against your arch rival. It's kind of like, we always talk about, even though it's not an arch rivalry, but it's a similar, that feeling anytime you lose a game, it's a bad feeling. But again, losing that game, the premier game of the season itself, and as we hype it up to be the game itself, it's a bad feeling. So.
Is the rivalry still the same, even though Ohio State has dominated for the last 10+ years?
Oh, absolutely. You can't take anything away from it. Whether or not, because every game is close. It's not like there's, it's a 60-3 type blowout type game. Every game is close. Last year's was decided by, a pivotal call, pivotal touchdown. The year before, or a couple years ago, 42-43 or 42-41, excuse me. Every single game itself is very, very, very crucial and very pivotal. So, although that we might have the winning record at this point right now, it is a very tough physical matchup, and it's the rivalry in the Big Ten. So.
Billy, I asked a little bit about Demetrius, but he's gotten 4 or 5 starts under his belt. Have you seen him grow as much as he has since he came in and filled in at right guard?
I think the biggest thing with him is just kind of feeling more comfortable and having a couple more games instead of it just being one game. And you're kind of, particularly talking about Clemson, and he was just thrown into the fire. Hey, you got to go now. So him having that first game and being able to grow around us and continue to make build confidence in the offense itself and his abilities to get the job done, it's huge. So if I can help him in any way, I make sure that he feels comfortable and everything.